Okay. So let me share my screen.
Yes, sir, you can share.
So is it visible?
Yes, sir, it's visible.
Okay. So
You can make it full screen, sir. That will be better.
this it is full screen.
No, it is not 8.
Just a minute, sir. Let me stop and then share my screen.
Yeah, now it's full screen, sir.
Okay. Thank you, sir. Okay. So dear participants, good afternoon to all. So today, the third session is on data plotting with MATLAB. So myself, Rakesh Adakne, working as assistant professor in mechanical department, YCC Nagpur. So going with data plotting. So mostly we are using two-dimensional plot, three-dimensional plot. So two-dimensional plots, the XY plot is most commonly used for plotting or representing your data in graphical form. There are independent variable usually called as X, and the dependent variable are usually called as Y. So consider this as XY data.
પાત્યું કે નહીં
So time
HDFC થી થઈ જશે
in seconds and distance in feet. So time here is dependent variable. So time is independent variable and distance is dependent on time. So if you can define this variable like X is defined between 0 to 18 with increment of 2, and the Y values are there, okay, which are measured the distance with respect to time here. So you can plot XY. So plot XY is the simple command which is used in MATLAB. So with this you can get a graph between X and Y. So for that, just we will do it in MATLAB. I think screen is visible.
yes sir
Okay.
Yes, sir, it's visible.
So we are plotting the time versus distance as I think. So we have to define X variable and Y variables. So I'm defining X as time. Okay, enter. And distance as second variable, that is Y. So to plot the graph between these two variables, time and distance, use command plot, and you have to first put the variable which you want to plot on x-axis, that is say time, and comma which you want to plot on y-axis, that is distance. So enter. So you will get the graph. Okay, so generally in MATLAB, it is named as figure 1. Okay, so whenever you plot the graph, you have to, or for putting it on your paper or putting the results, you have to name it or modify it. Okay, so for modification again, so this is the graph which we get. So engineer always add title, x-axis label, it is name on x-axis, what is on y-axis, and sometimes grids are also added. So this is the graph which is required, like a 2D plot. You required a plot title, you required y-axis label, you required x-axis label. Then the data symbols are required. Some text and legends are required. So it will make a good plot or graph which you can represent, or with the help of such graphs you can represent your results. Okay, so how to get this? So again, to add title, simple command is you have to type title and in bracket in single quote specify the title of the graph. Okay, so looking for putting the graph or title in MATLAB. Okay, so simple command, you have to type title and single quote write your title. Okay, like experiment 1, single quote complete, bracket complete, and enter. Okay, so it will put the title of your figure. Similarly, you can give the name of x-axis, y-axis, what is on x-axis, what is on y-axis. You can make it. Okay, so that is called as x label. What you want to label the name for x-axis, x label. Again, the syntax is same. Bracket, single quote, x label name. Say it is time unit, minutes or seconds, whatever you want to write. Enter. Okay, so now see the graph or figure. Just error. So x label, time, single quote complete. So it will make the x label there, time in second. Similarly, if you want y label, type y label and the label which you want to put there. So y label and put the label which you want to put on y-axis. Okay. Once you type this, the label will be visible in your figure. So this is distance. Similarly, if you want to put grids, you can make grid on also. Okay. So this is the simple example of plotting the graph. Okay. You have to define your x variables or x vectors, y vectors. Okay. So in this case, we have defined this x, y, and the command to plot is plot xy. Okay, again you have to label it. So there are different ways to label it. So we have seen one of them. To give title name, just type title and in bracket in single quote give the title for your plot. You can also add x-axis name, y label, x label, and y label. Okay. So these are the syntax of putting x label and y label. Okay. to next. So again, with the same example, you can plot various graphs. What is done in plotting? So plot generates dots at each x, y pair and then connects the dots with a line. Okay. So as we put the variable or values for x and values of y at the intersection of x and y, it generates dots and then join this dot with a line. Okay. And it will generate a plot for you or graph for you. Okay. So to make a plot of a function, again, more smoother, you require more number of points. Like on screen, the first figure shows a graph which is not smoother one. Okay. As there are 10 times of values only. If you increase the number of values, okay, then you will get a smooth graph or smooth curve. Okay. Again, while plotting, the number of variables must be same. That is, x vectors and y vector must be of same size, or else you will get an error. Okay. So if you plot 1, 2 against 1, 2, 3, so let's see it. What happens if you plot unequal vectors like 1, 2. This is the value of vector x against 1, 2, 3. So as they are not equal, you will get a error message. Okay. So x and y vector must be of same size, or else you will get an error. Okay. Then we have seen we plot there one graph. In certain cases, number of times you have to plot number of variables on same graph. So MATLAB overrides the figure window when every time you request a new plot. For example, this is your figure 1, which you generate by this plotting time versus distance. Now, if you plot another one, say I am trying to plot distance versus time. Okay. So plot distance and time. So it will replace the initial one. जैसे ये experiment 1 में है, distance and time. Time is on x, distance is on y. Now I am reversing the variables. I am putting distance on x and time on y and plotting it. So enter. So it will replace the original one, initial one. Okay. So that is the meaning here. MATLAB overrides the figure windows every time you request a new plot. इसे आप new plot डालने के लिए plot करने के लिए बोलेंगे. So it will replace the initial one. उसी पे overwrite हो जाएगा. Okay. So that's why to create a new figure or new plot, you have to type figure 2. Okay. So ये किस तरह करते हैं? Again, we'll see in the MATLAB. So now here our figure 1 is active. If you want another graph, type figure and second figure. I want second figure, so figure enter. So it will generate figure 2. This is the figure 1. Okay. So आपको जिस प्लॉट पे ड्रॉ, जहाँ पे प्लॉट या ग्राफ बनाना है, उस विंडो पे आपको क्लिक करना है. So it will draw it over there. So plot time and distance. Okay, time, distance. Now my figure 2 is active, so it will plot on figure 2 like this. So this is figure 2 and this is figure 1. Okay, it is not overwritten. So if you want on another one, so you can type figure, you can give the number or type figure and press enter. It will generate the next or give the next number to the figure. So now figure 3 is active. So this is figure 3, figure 1, figure 2. Okay. So if you want graph on another one, so type figure, otherwise it will be override. Okay, so to open a new figure window, use figure function like this. MATLAB overrides the figure window every time you request a new plot. So that is the problem there. So you have to type figure. Then if you want multiple lines in a plot, so there hold on command is used. Okay, so hold on command freezes the current plot. जो उसमें current plot है, initial plot है, वो freeze हो जाता है, and you can draw additional plot on it. Okay, उसी लाइन के ऊपर बाकी दूसरा लाइन, दूसरा प्लॉट, तीसरा प्लॉट आप ड्रॉ कर सकते हो. So when you use this approach, the first line by default is drawn in blue color, and then next lines are drawn. Okay. Say this is the first case. You define x, define y1, and plot x against y1. So this will be the graph which will generate on figure 1. If you want another graph on the figure, then put hold on command. Okay, define the next variable, that is y2, and then plot x against y2. So second line is drawn in the red on top of the original plot. Okay, so again, if you want another figure, you have to unfreeze it. You have to type hold off. Otherwise, जब तक होल्ड ऑन रहेगा उसी पे लाइंस निकलते जाएंगे, उसी पे ग्राफ आते जाएगा. Okay, that is the problem. So we'll see it. So to close the figures, so you have to type close all. जो भी फिगर्स है प्लॉट आए हैं वो निकल जाएंगे. I'm clearing the screen. Okay, so we'll see the same example, plotting multiple lines on a graph. Okay, for that you have to use hold on command. Okay, so let's define x. Okay, x define कर दिया 0 to colon pi by 100 colon twice pi. Okay, then I am defining y1, which is equals to cos, say cos of 4 times x, 4x, enter. So I define x, y1, then plot x against y1. Okay, so enter. So as I already closed the previous figures, it will plot it on figure 1 as shown on the screen. Then if I want to plot another variable against x, so you have to use hold on command. Hold on. Okay, type hold on and then define the next variable, say y2 equals to sine of x. I need to put semicolon, वो नहीं put किया. Then plot x against y2. So as hold on command is on, it will plot y2 against x on the same figure. Okay, so this is the y2 which is plotted over the first one. So as my hold on command is on. Okay, again, if I define y3 equals to sine of 2x semicolon, enter. And as hold on command is on, I can plot y3 also. So plot x y2, sorry, y3. So it will add another line. Okay, this is shown by yellow color. Okay, if you don't want to put any other line, then you have to type hold off. Once you put hold off and you plot anything, like if again I am plotting x against y3, enter, so it will generate on another plot, another figure. So it will generate or replace the previous ones. Okay, क्योंकि मैंने hold off कर दिया. Okay, and I have not taken another figure, so it will generate or replace the previous figure by new plot. Okay, so this is the use of hold on and hold off. If you want multiple lines, then you need to put hold on command. Okay, plots multiple line, hold on is used. So it will freeze the current plot and add next lines over it. Okay, so this is how you can use hold on command. Okay. Also, you can create multiple lines on a single graph with one command also. Okay, rather than using hold on, you can use another approach. So using this approach, each line defaults to a different color. अपने आप different color आ जाता है. Like here, I am defining x, y1, y2. While typing, I will give the command plot. Instead of xy, I will xy1, xy2, xy3, xy4. Likewise, आप जितने variables चाहिए वो plot कर सकते हैं. Okay, we'll see example of it again. Without hold on, how you can plot with single command. So taking another example. So you have to define x, y1, y2, and plot the values. Okay, in MATLAB, say x equals to from 0, say pi by 100, colon, twice pi, enter. Okay, so I define x, then you can define y1, y2, y3, y4 as per, say I'm defining y1, say it is cos of x into 2. Say y2 equals to cos of x to 3. y3 equals to cos of x into 4. Okay, so I define here y1, y2, y3, y4. Okay, then I'm using plot. In a single command, you can type x y1, comma x y2, comma x y3, comma x y4. Or if there are any other variable which you want to plot against x. Okay, x y1, x y2, x y3, x y4. Enter. Okay, so it will plot all the values. Like this is figure 1. Okay, x against y1, against y2, against y3, against y4. Okay. Then, so this is one of the method. Again, you can plot number of lines on the same graph. So here, if you use the plot command with a single matrix, so you are plotting x with y1, y2, y3. It's a line graph. Okay, so if you want to create multiple plots all with the same x values, you can use these methods, plot xy1, xy2, xy4, or you can make a group of y1, y2, y3, y4. Okay, and this group can be plotted against x. So this is also one of the method. So we'll see this also with the help of MATLAB how it can be done. So here will make a group of y1, y2, y3, y4. Say I am making it as z equals to y1, y2, y3, y4. I am making a group of it and defining it as a z. Okay. Now I want to look whether it is looking same or not. So I will call another figure. So blank figure is here. And now on this figure, I will plot x versus z. So plot x, z. Okay, enter. So it will be on figure 2. So this is with plot xz command. And figure 1 is with plot xy1, xy2, xy3, xy4. So one and the same thing. Both the graphs are, or both the figures are same. Okay. So closing it. So either you can do this way, that plot xy1, xy2, xy3, xy4, or you can make a group of y1, y2, y3, y4. Okay. And then plot that group, which we name it as z. So plot x, z. So again, you can do the same thing. Okay. Same thing is explained over here. Okay. Again, there is some inbuilt function like this pix 100. So this function create a 100 by 100 array of values. Okay. And if you plot this array, you will get number of different lines. Okay. Just for information, if you plot this, So peaks plot peaks 100. Okay, enter. So we'll generate a graph like this. So there are 100 colored lines. You can maximize it. So this is how it will look like. So this is drawn with the help of command pix. The pix 100 is a function which creates a 100 by 100 array of values. So this is a plot of a single variable. So here we get 100 different line plots. You can see the difference if I reduce the value of pix from 100. So instead of 100, I will type 10. Enter. So now graph will overwrite with 10 lines only. So if you are plotting with single variable, this is how it will look like. Okay. Next, again plots of complex arrays. So where there are complex numbers, if the input of the plot command is a single array of complex numbers, so MATLAB plots the real component on the x-axis and the imaginary component on y-axis. Okay. For example, like this, if A contains the values as 0 plus 0i, 1 plus 2i, so real and imaginary numbers, then if you plot only A, single variable, so it will consider real values as x and imaginary as y, and accordingly it will plot the values or make a graph. Okay, so that is what, if the input of the plot command is a single array of complex numbers, MATLAB plots the real component on x-axis and imaginary component on y-axis, and accordingly it will generate the plot. If you try to use two arrays of complex number, x में एक अलग complex number का array है, y पे अलग array है complex number का, then while plotting this, only the real numbers are considered and imaginary components are ignored. Okay, while using this, the imaginary numbers will be ignored. Okay, like this, here A is 0 plus 0i plus 1 plus 2i, likewise, and B is sine of A. So both A and B contains complex number. Okay, so if you plot A and B, it will draw the graph by considering real numbers only. Imaginary number जो है वो consider नहीं होंगे. That is how MATLAB creates the plot. Okay. Then next, while plotting, or there are different attributes. These are the symbols which are used for giving color to line. If you don't put or don't specify any attribute, by default MATLAB में जो भी default value उसके accordingly it will plot the lines. So symbols for black line, K is used, for red R, blue B, green line G, cyan C, magenta M, and yellow Y. Also, these are the symbols for solid, dash line, dotted line, dash dot line. Okay. The symbols for markers or points, plus sign, circle, star, point, cross. Okay. So these are the different attributes which will help you to represent your graph properly. Okay. You can take help of MATLAB for these attributes, color of line, line style के लिए क्या यूज हो रहा है, मार्कर किस तरह यूज होते हैं, likewise. Okay, so while specifying your choice or attributes, so this is the syntax you have to specify your choices in a string. Okay, single quote में आपको ये देना है. For example, plot xy, and then you have to specify the choices of attributes in the string, that single quote, colon, O and K. So here strings are identified with a tick mark. Okay, single quote. If you don't specify style, a default is used. Okay, so we'll see how to specify the choices. So if you plot xy with colon, O and K, so here colon means use a dotted line. O is for the marks, point mark. Circles will be used to mark each point, that is intersection of x and y values. And letter K indicates that the graph should be drawn with black line. Okay, so black के लिए K use करना है. Blue is indicated, or for B is indicated with blue. Okay, like this. X 1 to 10, Y 58.5. Plot xy, and then you have to specify the attributes: dotted line, circle, at marking, or points K, the color of line. Okay, we'll see this. And for that, we'll use another example. So I'm defining X from 1 to 10, then defining Y, different values, put any value. Okay, just random values I put there. So I define X, define Y, and then I'm using this plot with specifier. I want to make a plot of X and Y. Okay. Then here colon specify dotted line. O specifies circle mark at the intersection of X and Y points. R specify red color line. Okay, enter. Like this. So it is a dotted line with circle marks and red color line. You can make various changes over here. If you want a dash line, put dash. If you want green line instead of red, put green, G, and enter. So it will change the graph like this. So if you want dash line, put dashes there, enter. So it will change it accordingly. If you don't want line, सिर्फ आपको marks point चाहिए, you want only marking point there, so don't specify line components, only specify O and color, enter. This is how it will look. There is no line, there are only mark points. Okay, if you want to change the marking point, instead of O you want X, cross, enter. It will change accordingly like this. Okay, only there are crossings like this. Okay, so this is how you can specify the color or attributes of the line. Okay, so to know the attributes, this is the graph or table. We specify the attributes for plotting. colors of line, line style, solid, dash, dotted, then symbols for markers. Okay. For specifying your choices, first plot X, Y, and then in string, you have to specify the line type, mark symbol, and color of line. Okay. For different lines, again, you can use the same method. So while plotting, after first X and Y, you have to specify the parameters or attributes. And for second XY2, its parameters or attributes. And again, third X and Y by 2 specify its attributes. Okay. So then we'll see it. Okay, so I'm here plotting X and Y with dash line, colon mean dash line, mark style circle, K mean black color. The next I'm plotting X and twice Y with dash dash line, cross marks as marking style, and color of line is red. On the same graph, I am plotting X and Y2 with solid line, okay, single dash and a solid line, B blue color of line. Okay, I'm not specifying any mark for third. Okay, so here enter. So accordingly, it will plot the graph. Okay, so first X and Y dash dash with circle marks. Then second X versus twice Y dash dash with mark style as cross. So mark style as cross is there. And third, plotting X against Y by 2 with solid line. So it's a solid line. There are no mark style I have specified for third. So there are no marking on the points, and blue color is specified. So that's why it is a blue color line. So this is how you can draw multiple lines of different styles. You can draw multiple mark styles, different colors can be used here. Okay, closing it. Moving to next. Axis scaling. So again, whatever the values users specify, accordingly MATLAB calculates the axis limits. Okay, so MATLAB automatically scales each plot to completely fill the graph. It automatically take the limits. If you want to specify different axes, use the axis command and specify the axis limits, new axis limit, X minimum, X maximum, Y minimum, Y maximum, and accordingly it will change the axis. Okay, scale the axis. Okay, with the same graph we'll see. So here we plot XY, XY2, twice Y, and XY by 2. Enter. Plot. So this is figure 1, where the MATLAB specifies the limit for X 0 to 1 to 10, and for Y it is 0 to 200. Okay. If user want to specify or change the axis, then he has to type axis X min, X max, Y minimum, Y max. Okay. So this is how one can change the limits of axis. Okay, so we'll do that. So for comparison, I will call another figure. So figure 2. And here I will define, again, I will call the plot. Same plot on figure 2. So it is generated on figure 2. Previous one was figure 1. This is figure 2. Now I will change the axis length of figure 2. Okay. So axis X minimum. So X minimum was 1. And Y minimum. Just a minute. Okay, 1 is up to 10. So I want to increase it. 11. Y starts from 0. I want it to be from 0, 200 to 220, for example. And this is figure 1 and this is figure 2. Okay, so axis I have changed from 0 to 11 and 0 to 220. So previously it was from 1 to 10, so change to 1 to 11, and 0 to 200 changes to 0 to 220. Okay, so this is how you can specify the axis length or change the axis length. So for that, the command or syntax is axis in bracket, then square bracket, X min, X max, Y min, Y max. Okay, so with this you can change the axis. Okay, then annotating your plots, okay, or writing text, legends, text box, giving title, axis label. So first example we have seen. So annotation can be done to your plots. Okay. So say this is the graph which we have done. So here you can put the title, X label, Y label. You can add the legends. Okay, you can add any text over there. Okay. So doing that with the same example. So again, plotting the same lines. So this generates the plot. If you want to give title, okay, so you can give the title. It is editing the plot. Syntax is same. Title, bracket, single quote, editing plot, single quote complete, bracket complete. Enter. So it will add title. It is editing plot. Similarly, you can add the X label and Y label. Syntax is X label. Okay, in single quote, what you want to put the name. For y-axis naming, y label, in single quote, what you want to give name to y-axis. Okay, so enter. So it will put the name to x and y-axis like this, x-axis, y-axis. Then you can add legend also. So say there are 3 lines, I am giving legend to that. The syntax is similar to the title and X label. So legend line 1, line 2, line 3. Okay. So it will add legend to the figure. Okay. So by default, it add legend to the upper right corner. Okay. These are the legends, line 1, line 2, line 3. Again, if you want to add any text in your plot, then for that the command or is text. Okay, while adding the text, you have to specify the location of the text. Control V. So your text in bracket 2 and 160, they represent the position of text. So 2 in X direction, 160 in Y direction on the original plot, and the text which you want to put at that location. So for text command, you have to specify the location with X and Y coordinates, and in string or single quote, you have to put the text which you want there. Okay, so like this, enter. So now it will put the text while the text over here. Okay. If you want text to another location, say 5 text at another location. So first give its coordinate. Okay. Then single quote, your text, whatever you want to write. Single quote, complete, bracket complete. Okay, enter. Okay, so it will add the text there at that location. Okay, so this is how you can add text, legend, X label, Y label, title to your figure. Okay, so these are the examples how you can annotate your graph or plot or figure. Okay, again, there are various methods for improving your labels. So you can use Greek letters also in your labels. If you put a backlash before the name of the letter, so it will use or it will be there in Greek letters. For example, this backlash alpha, backlash beta, backlash gamma. Okay, so it will generate the label in Greek letters like this. I'm copying it. I want to change the title of the figure. So type title, single quote, backlash alpha, backlash beta, backlash gamma, single quote complete, bracket complete. So it will generate the symbols alpha, beta, and gamma as a title in the figure. So here title is alpha, beta, gamma. Okay, this is how again you can annotate it. Instead of X label, you want symbols. So backlash alpha, backlash beta, backlash gamma. Again, there are various symbols there. You can get the help of MATLAB for different symbols, which you can give for X-axis, Y-axis, or title. Again, to create a superscript, okay, use curly brackets like X square. If you want to put X square, so you have to use curly bracket for that. like this title in single quote x power curly bracket 2. Okay, so it will give title as x square. You can try this. Okay, so this label improvement use the text markup language. So you can search this text markup language and you can find another features or more features you can find from the MATLAB. Okay, the next important one is subplots. Okay, the subplot command allows you to subdivide the graphic window into a grid of m rows and n columns. Okay, up to this we have seen a single window of graphic or figure. So this is the single window and you are getting single figure over there. Okay, if you want multiple graphs on this window, then MATLAB can divide it in subplots. Close. The subplot command allows you to subdivide the graphic window into a grid of m rows and n columns. Okay, so this is the syntax: subplot m n p. So here, first is row, second column, and third specifies the location. Okay, where you want to plot it, like this. So this is the location of subplot 2 to 1. There are 2 rows, 2 columns, and at first location you want to plot the graph. Okay, so you will type subplot 2 to 1. So when subplot 2 to 1 is active, your graph will be at first location. Okay, if you type subplot 2 to 2, so your graph will be placed at second location. Okay, so this is the advantage of this subplot. On the same graphic windows, you can create number of graph. Okay, we'll see the example of it. So say x is defined as shown in the figure. Then you type subplot 211. So 211 means there are 2 rows, 1 column. So there will be 2 location 1 and 2 only. Okay, so when you plot x and sin x, it will be plotted at first location. Then you will activate subplot 2 and 2. So it will be placed at second location. Okay, we'll do this example on MATLAB of subplot. So see how to do it. So first define the variable x equals to 0 to 20, say 2 pi. So I define x. Okay. Then define y. As per presentation, y is x sin x, subplot 211. So subplot 2 rows, 1 column, first place 211. Enter. Okay, so it will activate the first position of 2 by 1 ग्राफिक विंडो को इसने 2 रो और 1 कॉलम में डिवाइड कर दिया. नाउ हियर यू कैन यूज प्लॉट कमांड, प्लॉट x and sin x value. Okay, that's it. See the graph. Okay. X versus sin x. So it is at first location of 2 by 1 graphic window, 2 rows, 1 column. Okay. If you want another figure, second figure, like x and sine 2x, activate the second position by typing subplot 2 rows, 1 column, and second location subplot 212, enter. So it will activate the second position from the figure. Okay. Now here you can plot another one. Plot say x and sine 2x. Like this. Okay. So this is the subplot function, which is very important. You can plot 2, 3, 4 or number of plots on a same graphic window. Okay. While plotting again or differentiating, you can specify the attributes of the line, line type, mark style, and the color of the line. Okay, this is for just an example. So subplot is used to divide the graphic window as per the user. Okay. To subdivide the graphic window into a grid of m rows and n columns, using this command, subplot first specify a row, column, and the location of the plot. So when you are specifying 2 rows, 2 columns, there are 4 spaces or 4 locations. Accordingly, when you use number of rows, number of column, or dividing your graphic window, so you have to specify the location correctly. Okay. Sure. So next, there are again other types of 2D plots, 2-dimensional plots, which are available, like polar plots, logarithmic plots, bar graphs, pie charts, histograms, XY graphs with 2 y-axis, function plots. Okay. So there are various one. You can get the help of MATLAB how to draw it. We'll see some of the examples of these other types of 2-dimensional plots, like polar plots. Okay. So some type, rather than making a graph on XY window, you can use polar coordinates. Okay. So some functions are easier to specify using polar coordinates than by using rectangular coordinates. For example, the equation of circle is y equals to sine x. So can be easily done in polar coordinates rather than using rectangular coordinate. Okay, like this. So defining x from 0, pi by 100 to pi, y is sine x. So just instead of plot, type polar xy. Okay. This will take it. So defining x equals to 0, pi by 100, pi, or sorry, pi only. Drawing circle, enter. So x value is given. The next y is sin x. Okay. And just then, instead of plot, type polar x comma y. Polar x comma y. Enter. Okay. So it will generate a polar graph at second location. As I have not taken another figure, so जो latest figure था इसको replace कर दिया उसने. So I will take another figure and then plot. Okay. And now I will plot the polar xy. Okay. This is how it is generated. Polar graph on polar coordinates. Next. Again, there are logarithmic plots. So a logarithmic scale, that is base 10, is convenient when variable ranges over many orders of magnitude. Okay, because the wide range of values can be graphed without compressing the smaller values. So here data varies exponentially. So logarithmic plot here use कर सकते हैं. With plot command, it uses a linear scale on both axes. Semilog y uses a log scale on y-axis. Semilog x uses log scale on x-axis, and log command uses log scale on both the axes. Here log is log base 10. So like if you define the x value from 0.550, you define y, or if you are having your attributes, you can use that also. For example, I have taken x and y. Then to differentiate it, subplot, I am using subplot 2 rows, 2 column. In first position, I am plotting x and y. Okay, so plot means linear x, linear y. So there will be linear on both axes. Okay, you can label y, you can keep grid on. Then subplot 2, 2, 2, second position. Okay, you are plotting semilog x. Semilog x means on x-axis there is a log scale. Okay, then you can again do title and labels to it. In third position, I am drawing semilog y. Okay, semilog y means on y-axis there is a log scale. And then subplot 2 to 4, that is fourth position. Okay, I am using log, that is on both axes there is a log scale. So we can see how there is a difference between plot, semilog x, semilog y, and log. Okay, so I have already made the code for that. So I will directly type it there. Okay, so here I am defining x, defining y, and specifying the first positions, 2 row, 2 column. So there are 4 positions. So I am specifying first position for my graph, subplot 2 to 1. So here I will draw the graph only, plot xy. I am giving title and y label and grid. So plot, title, and grid.
म्हणजे 18 तास वगैरे झाले 20 तास झाले असतील समजा 20-22 तास होऊन झालं ते 20 तास. ठीक आहे ठीक आहे सर.
Okay, so this is my first figure. Then I will activate second one. So for that subplot to 2 and 2, second location. Enter. Here I will use Semilog X. Like this. Semilog X, plot X, Y. Semilog X means it will use Semilog for X axis. Title will be polynomial log linear. Y label Y and 3 dot. Enter. Okay. So here, in first case, there are linear on x-axis, linear on y-axis. When I type Semilog X, so there will be log scale on x-axis, okay, and linear scale on y-axis. Okay. Now I'll activate third location or specify third location, subplot 2, 2, 3. Okay. Here I will say Semilog X की जगह Y, plot X, Y. So here as I specify Semilog Y, so it will use Semilog scale on y-axis and plot the graph at third location like this. Okay. So here log scale is on y while x is linear. Okay. Again, you can give title x label, y label like this. Okay, title x label, y label. And last one is log, that is log scale on x-axis and log scale on y-axis. So again, specifying next location, subplot 2 to fourth location. So in figure, it will activate fourth. Okay, and here you can use log. Okay, next option Semilog Y हो गया. Next is log, where it uses log scale on both axes. So it will create log on here. On X there is log scale, on Y also there is a log scale. Okay, you can add the labels. labels are also added there. So you can maximize this. So there are grid lines, but very faint one. So this is the linear. So you have to use just plot X and Y. If you want log scale on any one of the axes, so you have to type log X or log Y. Okay. And if you want log scale on both, you have to type log while plotting. So these are here semilog X, semilog Y, and log. Okay. Like this. Log scale on x-axis, semilog, log scale on y-axis, semilog y, and log it uses on both axes. Okay. Just a minute. Okay, so this is how you can draw polar plot, log, semilog x, semilog y, and log plots with your data. Okay. Next, there are bar graphs and pie charts also. Okay. So you can draw the bar graphs, pie charts. So again, quite simple. With your data, you can draw it. We'll take some of the examples how to draw it. We close the figure. Close or clear all. Again, we'll explain with subplotting so that we will get the idea or idea of how bar graph of vector X, bar graph of matrix Y, or three-dimensional bar graphs, or a pie chart is drawn. Okay. So again, you can use your own data to plot this graph. So commands are quite simple for drawing bar graph. So the command is bar. For a bar graph of matrix Y, you have to type bar Y in bracket. 3D or three-dimensional bar graph, you have to type bar 3. And to plot pie chart, one has to type pi. Okay. So again, these are the examples, and we'll see how to draw it. Okay. So again, I already made the code for it. So defining X, defining Y, okay. And then plotting the graph. So defining X, 1, 2, 5, 4, and 8. So there are 5 values I have defined for X. Defining Y, so Y is X and first vector, and 1 to 5 second vector. Okay. Then I'm using subplot. Okay, 2 rows, 2 column, and its first location I am using for a bar graph of vector X. So activating subplot 2 to 1. Okay, subplot 2 to 1. So it will activate in figure 1, subplot 2 to 1. Okay, so the command is bar X. So with this bar X, it will plot. So I will put title next. Bar X, enter. So it will generate a bar chart over here. You can put the title like how you put title in other cases also. So command is title, same, a bar graph of vector X, enter. So it will add the title over there. Then in subplot 2, activating subplot 2 or second location is activated. Here you can plot the value of Y. So in Y, there are 5 values of X, 5 values in second column. So there are 2 columns. Subplot 2 to 2, bar of Y. Okay, so it will generate the bar graph. You can add the title again. Title, a bar graph of vector 1. Enter. This is the bar graph of vector 1. Again, so instead of vector, it must be matrix. So let it be okay. Next, subplot 3. Two comma 2 comma 3. Okay. So here, what I want to do? Here, 3-dimensional bar graph. Okay. So I want to draw a 3-dimensional bar graph of Y matrix. Activating subplot 2 to 3. So it is activated in figure. I will type bar 3 for Y. 3-dimensional bar graph of Y. Enter. It will generate 3-dimensional bar graph like this of Y. So as it is 3-dimensional, you can rotate it. There is a small symbol, rotate 3D. You can see it by rotating whether it is actually 3D or not. It's actually 3D. Okay. So like this, home position of the graph. So bar 3Y, again, you can put the title over there. Just putting the title. Enter. So title for a 3-dimensional bar graph. And last one was pie chart. Okay. So activating subplot, next position. Subplot, 2 rows, 2 column, and on 4th location, I want a pie chart. Okay. So pi of X values. Pi of X. Enter. So it will generate a pie chart of X values over here. Again, you can give the title, just copying the title, a pie chart of X. Okay, you can see. So this is how these simple bar graphs or 3-dimensional bar graphs or pie charts you can make. Okay, I think it is clear. Okay, so bar graph of vector x, y, three-dimensional bar graphs or pie charts can be drawn easily with the help of MATLAB. So there are again various commands: plot, plot yy, plot three-dimensional line plot, log log, simulog x, error plot, f plot, eg plot, pie charts, bar charts, histograms, Pareto charts, areas. So there are various options are available to represent your data or results graphically. Okay, so as per your requirement, you can use any of the tools. Okay. Again, it is a 3D bar chart which we have seen. Graphs we have seen. Bar graphs x, bar graph y direction में निकाल सकते हो. Then pie charts, exploded pie charts you can do. We'll see one example of exploded pie charts also, like this. I'm using directly the code. I think okay, so I'm defining x values over here 1, 3, 0.5, 2.52. I'm calling another figure. So new figure is open here. And I'm saying explode 0, 1, 0, 0, 0. Okay, so which portion you want to explode? For that, you have to put a value of 1. So that will come out from pie chart. So previous जो था उसमें explode नहीं हुआ था. Now here, if you want to a specific portion to be exploded, so आपने x का जितना value define किया है, so which you want to explode, for that you need to put 1 over there. Okay, so this is how you can draw a exploded pie chart also. Okay. So this is the first one. Someone whose camera mic is on. Can you please mute it?
Durgesh Sharma sir, please mute your mic.
Okay, thank you, sir. Okay, so this is how the first one is bar graph of x, y, three-dimensional bar graph. This is the pie chart, and this one is exploded pie chart. So while exploding, you have to specify which portion you have to explode. For that, while typing explode, you have to specify that number. Here, I want this 3 is to be exploded, so I put 1 over there. Rest of the elements as 0. Okay, so this is how you can draw the pie charts. The histograms also can be done with this. So histogram is a plot showing the distribution of set of values. जो भी आप values put up करोगे, उसके accordingly it will generate a histogram. Okay, like x values are given 100, 95, 74. So accordingly, it will generate the histogram. Okay, say just an example. Just you have to define the x. So I'm giving in the point 0.1, 0.3, 0.23, 0.46, 0.52. Okay, any value. like this. I will define it. Okay. And after defining, just we have to type hist x. So it will define the histogram or create the histogram. So like this, it have generated the histogram. Sure. Okay, so again clearing the screen. Clear all. CNC. Then in some of the cases, you want to draw a graph with two y-axis. Okay, xy graph with two y-axis. So sometimes it is useful to overlay two xy plots onto the same figure. Okay. However, if the order of magnitude of y values are quite different, it may be difficult to see how the data would behave. Okay. So again, for this, you have to define x, y, y1, and the same example plot xy1, xy2. So here, if I use simple plot command, so here that clarity will not be there. So for this, I will use plot yy command. Okay. So it will create two y-axis for that. Accordingly, you will get a better graph with two y-axis. Okay. So again, okay, so this is plot yy command where you can use two y-axis. Then function plots. So rather than plotting variables, you can directly plot the functions also. So function plots allow you to use a function as an input to a plot command instead of a set of ordered pairs of xy values. So x or y define करने के बजाय you can directly plot a function. Okay, like this. If I type plot f plot, so here x is a function of sine x, and I am plotting this function of sine x with values of x from -2 pi to 2 pi. So this is the syntax. So function is sine x, my function is x, or the variable is x, which ranges from -2 pi to 2 pi. So with this also you can directly plot the function in MATLAB. It will generate the plot for it. While that you have to type fplot. So fplot is the command for that. Using here fplot @x, because x is my function or variable, x is my variable, function is sine x, and I am putting the values of x, or I am giving range from -2 pi to 2 pi. So accordingly, it will generate the function plot. Okay, so rather than using plot function simple, here I use fplot. Okay, these function plots are also available in MATLAB. Then there are three-dimensional plots which are also available. So just we will have a look on three-dimensional plots: surface, mesh plots, surf or surface C, waterfall, mesh, mesh C or Kunter, cone plot, stream tubes, stream slice. These are various options. So three-dimensional plotting. So in 3 dimension, there can be line plots, surface plots, and counter plots. Okay. Again, for this, the 3 dimensional line plot is, these plots require a set of order of triples x, y और z तीनों वैल्यू रहेंगी, तो आप 3 dimensional line plot draw कर सकते हो. Again, it is simple. How you define x? Similarly, you have to define y. Similarly, you have to define z also. And while plotting it, instead of plot, type plot 3. Okay, for 3 dimensional. Plot 3 is for 3 dimensional plot. So if you type plot 3 and its variable x, y, z, so it will create a 3 dimensional line plot. So this is one of the example which is on our screen. I have already typed the code. So I will put the code directly there. So I define the 3 variables x, y, z. Okay, x, y is cos x, z is sin x, and you have to type, once you define x, y, z, plot 3. Okay, 3 dimensional plot. So plot 3, x, comma, y, comma, z. That's it. So we'll get a 3 dimensional plot of the given. Okay, like this. So this is the spring. You can give the title. Also, you can give x, y, and z label also. Okay, so like put x, y, z label. Okay, so this is the 3 dimensional line plot. Okay, just one thing you have to remember while giving the command, give plot 3 command and define x, y, z earlier. Okay, then title, label, x label, y label, this can be done like previous commands. जैसे plot के लिए किया था वैसे इसके लिए भी कर सकते. Okay, so this is how it will look like. Again, there is a function comet 3 just for fun. So comet 3 function is draws the graph in an animation sequence. वो animation के साथ बताता है. Okay. So again, I have the comet function like this. Okay, so it will show in animation mode. Okay, so you can try the comet mode. It is just for fun. Okay, next. Surface plots. So to represent your data, XYZ data as a surface, there are mesh, is mesh plot, and surf, that is surface plot. Okay, so these are the words mesh and surf which are used in MATLAB to generate mesh plot and surface plot. So you can go through the MATLAB help and have a detailed idea about mesh and surf, or mesh plot and surface plot. So both mesh and surface plot can be used to good effect with a single 2-dimensional matrix. Okay, like this. So Z variable is defined as a matrix, okay, with 3 columns, and mesh Z command is used. So it will generate a mesh surface there. using mesh with three variables. Again, if you know the values of x, y, and z, okay, then we can plot the mesh against those values instead of the index number. Okay, like this. If you know x value, y value, and z value, you can create the mesh plot. Okay, just for example. Okay, so here I define z, I define x, and y. Okay, once you define the three matrix x, y, and z, then surf z command can be used. So it will color it the surface automatically. Again, you can make various changes over here. Okay, so surface plots are similar to mesh plots. They create a three-dimensional color surface instead of an open mesh. Okay, the syntax is same. Instead of mesh, you have to type surf. Okay. So here we have used surf z, so it create this surface, okay, instead of mesh. Again, regarding this colors or combination, so there are several shading options available, like shading interp, shading flat, faceted flat is the default which is shown there. So you can also adjust the color scheme with the color map function. So you can take help of MATLAB, type color map, and will or type shading. So there are various options of shadings which are available. These are also the color maps which are available. Okay, so I will try some of these like shading flat, or there are various options of the color like shading. Seems shading flat. So you can search this option in MATLAB, shading flat. Accordingly, it will convert it to shading flat. If I type shading bone, enter. So it will convert. Sorry, stop shading, that is color map. Bone. Okay, so accordingly, it will change its color. So there are various options. You can take the help of MATLAB, color map jet. So by default. Okay, so this is how surface, if you know the X, Y, Z, you can generate it. In contour plots use the same input syntax as mesh and surface plot. So they create graphs that look like the familiar contour maps used by the users. So again, to demonstrate this function, let's use a more interesting example. We will generate a more complicated surface by calculating the values of Z instead of defining them. Okay, like this. X is defined, Y is defined, and Z is a function of X and Y as shown in the figure. Then we can use mesh, surface, contour, and surface C, surface contour option. So I'm having the code for that, so I will use it directly. Okay, defining X, Y, and mesh grid XY. Okay, and defining Z also. And again, to differentiate it, I am taking subplot, first position, second position, third position, and fourth position. I am taking all that at a time. So I will directly paste the code over here to get the difference. Okay, so subplot 2 to 1 at first position. I use mesh XYZ. So it is only showing the meshing or mesh plot. Okay. Then subplot 2 to 2, that is at second location, I use surf, SURF. So it will show the surface, okay, created. Instead of first figure, there is only meshing shown. In second, there is a surface plot. Okay. Then third location, just I use contour. Okay, contour XYZ. So only it is showing the contour there. Okay. And position 4, that is 2 to 4. While plotting, instead of contour, now I type there surf C. Okay, surface with contour. Okay, so accordingly it generates surface also. It is showing the contours there. Okay, so this is how you can generate the 3-dimensional plots: mesh plot, surface plot, contour plot, and combination of surface and contour plot. Okay, you have to define X, define Y, define Z. Once X, Y, Z defined, you can plot this. For mesh plot, just type MESH. For surface, SURF. For contour, contour XYZ. And for combination of surface and contour, type SURFC, surf C, okay, which is shown over here. Okay. So this is how you can plot the graphs like this. Okay. Then pseudo colors plots. Similar to contour plots, instead of lines only, a 2-dimensional shaded map is created. Okay, there will be no lines, only colors will be there. So in some of the cases, you will be requiring that. So again, it uses the same syntax. Okay, again for same example, where I am using the inbuilt function pick, which is in MATLAB. So XYZ picks subplot 2 to 1. Okay, here I am using P color as a option for pseudo color. Okay, so subplot 2 to 1 P color XYZ, subplot 2 to 2 P color XYZ, and I am using shading in top. Subplot 2 to 3 P color, pseudo color, and shading in top. Okay, so I am audible.
Yes, sir. You are audible.
I think there is some problem in our side. Power is off.
Sir, are you getting my voice?
Yes, yes, yes. I am getting. Okay. Okay. So again, explain this example with my code. So I return. So XYZ picks C, and this is figure 1 with lines. I will call another figure. Okay, and here I will plot the rest pseudo color graph. Okay, like this. It is on figure 2. Is on figure 1. Okay. So these are the surfaces with lines, mesh, surface contour. While here these are pseudo colors. Okay, you can see these pseudo colors. What are they? Similar to contour plots, instead of lines, a two-dimensional shaded map is created. Again, it uses the same syntax. You have to explain X, Y, Z, or input the values as X, Y, Z. But it will create the color shading like this. Okay. So again, there are various options. It's surface plots we have seen. You can change the various colors, make changes over there. You can add a color bar at the side. Okay, again for color bar, one example I am having. Clearing it. Okay, so like this, color bar is added. Okay, again, as not taken new figure. In previous plot, it generated the surface with color bar. Okay. Okay, so again, there are various functions you can try. So these are the three-dimensional options, three-dimensional surface, which you can create to demonstrate or to put your result with the help of surface plot, mesh plot, or contour plots. Okay. So started from here. Line plots, surface plots, and contour plots. Okay. So this is all over from the my side.
Any questions from participants? If you have any question, you can ask. Otherwise, you can write in chat box also.
Again, let me put my contact details. Okay, so you can contact me on this mail rvadakne@ycc.edu, and this is my mobile number 9421804617.
To all the participants, if you have any queries regarding to the plotting in the MATLAB, I hope Rakesh sir have given lots of various exposure, various explanations regarding to the number of parts. There is means it is a ocean for all type of work in MATLAB, and due to time constraint, I hope some of the explanations sir have left quickly also. But
Yes,
still,
sir.
yeah, but still, we are very grateful to listen you, sir. And thank you for enhancing our knowledge regarding to the plotting, plotting and graphs in this MATLAB, sir. Thank you very much, sir.
So again, I am likely to thank the organizing team of Rumta College of Engineering for giving me this opportunity. So I am very thankful to all. Thank you, sir.